Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon, and here we play Jank. And today I'm playing a fan-submitted deck. That's right, you can submit your own deck. Just visit the Discord. You'll see the channel where you can submit a deck for me to play completely blind. I don't practice these decks beforehand. I do take a small look, and then we play, right? And here is my small look, right? This deck was submitted by Jeremy, and Jeremy said, oh geez, I should have had this pulled up. Said, try this if you want to play with Palafin EX. And if I can find a reason to play with Palafin EX, I'm gonna take it. Palafin EX is such an interesting Pokemon. So, it's a stage 1 with 340 HP, which is insane. However, the ability Hero's Spirit put this Pokemon into play only with the effects of Palafin's Zero to Hero ability. So we can only put this Palafin EX into play using another Palafin's ability, which is where it gets a little complicated. But if you go through all that, 1 energy, 250 damage, can't attack next turn, but that's fine, we can fix that. So Palafin is definitely a big hitter and a very interesting way to play the game. So what is this Zero to Hero ability other than, you know, let's see. We go to this Palafin, the single prize Palafin. Palafin without the EX, so it's technically a different Pokemon according to the TCG, and you can play 3 copies of this and 3 copies of this without breaking the 4 per deck limit, right? So Zero to Hero. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon moves from the active spot to the bench, you may search your deck for a Palafin EX and switch it with this Pokemon. Any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, and other effects remain on the new Pokemon. If you switch a Pokemon in this way, put this card into your deck, then shuffle your deck. So it's just a nice way to swap this Palafin with the Palafin EX, right? And all you gotta do is move from the active spot to the bench. So a simple rescue board would save you there, but we also have some other things in the deck. It's not just that, right? We are using the Bibarel engine in order to draw cards, which is fantastic, rotating soon. We've got Fezandipiti EX, which what deck doesn't play Fezandipiti, except my decks, because I always forget about it. We got Pecharunt EX that lets us push a Darkness Pokemon into the active. We've got Morpeko here, which, if this Pokemon has no energy attached, it has no retreat cost, meaning you can retreat for free without any energy attached to this Morpeko. We also have Bloodmoon Ursaluna coming in here, which is just going to be a great late game attacker, you know? And I skipped over one Pokemon in particular, and it's Weavile. With the Assaulting Hunt ability, once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from the bench to the active spot, you may switch in one of your opponent's benched basic Pokemon to the active spot. So it's a free gust. When Weavile moves into the active spot, we get to drag something else into the active spot on our opponent's side, and then we attach a rescue board to this Weavile and retreat it, because it's got 1 retreat. Rescue board would bring it down to 0, and we're able to put Palafin in its place. So Pecharunt is how we are going to move a Darkness Pokemon from our bench to the active. That Darkness Pokemon of choice is going to be Weavile, which then lets us drag up a Pokemon from the bench on our opponent's side to KO. And when we make that switch, we push this Palafin onto the bench, which, when this Pokemon moves from the active spot to the bench, you may search your deck for a Palafin EX, and that is how we get Palafin EX out. It seems more complicated than it actually is, right? It's just our main plan to get Palafin EX into the active and to gust up these basics that our opponent may not want us to attack. You know, we're 10 damage away from knocking out this Bloodmoon Ursaluna sort of deal, if our opponent was playing it. So yeah, it's just a way to switch our Pokemon around to get Palafin onto the bench, to bring out Palafin EX, to get that into the active and do Giga Impact. Energy wise, we're playing pretty thin. We've got 3 water, 3 luminous energy. I find that interesting. Really the only attacker I would say is going to be Palafin EX. So, you know, maybe we attack with Pecharunt, maybe, but we can't actually, because if you attach 2 Luminous to one Pokemon, they count as colorless. So we actually can't attack as Pecharunt. I could just see running nothing but Water Energy. I guess we could do Slashing Claw if we got nothing better to do. Trainers! Let's go over the trainers real quick. We got 3 copies of Ultra Ball to search your Pokemon, 2 copies of Irida, so sad this is rotating, but it lets you search your deck for a water Pokemon and an item. That's going to be like searching for Palafin and maybe a Switch. Speaking of, we play 1 Switch, which seems low. 1 Canceling Cologne, 3 Arven, 1 Defiance Band, 2 Earthen Vessel, 3 Buddy-Buddy Poffin, 1 Counter Catcher, 1 Lost Vacuum, 1 Heavy Ball, 4 Iono. That is huge. Because these Palafin EXs need to be in the deck, if we get them stuck in our hand, we actually can't search for them and get them out onto the field. So Iono is a great way to get these Palafins back into the deck, the Palafin EXs, back into the deck so that we can do the 0 to hero ability. 1 copy of Rescue Stretcher, 1 copy of Super Rod, 1 copy of Technical Machine Evolution, 1 copy of Prime Catcher being our ace spec of choice, which makes a lot of sense because it'll switch our active Pokemon, which we want to do constantly. Next up, we got 3 Nest Ball. Only 2 Rescue Board does make me a little concerned, but we'll see how well it plays. We got 1 copy of Boss's Auras. Remember, Weavile does give us kind of gusting abilities, so this 1 Boss's Auras is going to be used when, you know, we need to. I am calling the deck Dark Knight because we are playing with the Super Hero Palafin EX and some Darkness Pokemon, and it seems like a lot of fun. Let's go ahead, jump into a match, see how well we do, and once again, thank you, Jeremy, for submitting this deck. Alright. Whew, that was a lot. I'm going to drink some Powerade, I think. I'm also going to be live most days this week and next week, so be sure to check out twitch.tv/JankPlay, something like that, JankPlay TCG. Just check me out on Twitch. Link is in the description, and we'll see you there, right? Alright. Alright, we got Pecharunt and we got Fezandipiti. I'm going to put Pecharunt into the active, Fezandipiti on the bench. Really bad start for us. But is our opponent mulliganing or no? No, it looks like they aren't going to mulligan. They just need time to set up. They only put their active out. Wattrel. Oh, geez. Is this United Wings? It makes sense if it is. Heavy Ball. Ouch. That Heavy Ball whiffs. I could move the Fez into the active, but I don't think so. I'm just gonna end my turn there. And next turn I'm gonna Iono because I have to, right? Because I have to. Now we just wait for our opponent. There we go. They're playing a Heavy Ball. They get Flamigo. That is such a killer card to get out of the deck there, because when they play it down onto the field, they can grab their other 3 Flamigo and get it ready to just discard. They get Bidoof out. Looks like they're going to go for some item locking in the beginning, and then follow up with United Wings when they have enough Pokemon in the discard. They've got their Murkrow ready to go, it seems. So, yeah, they just need... Okay, they got 3 United Wingers in the discard. That's 60 damage that they're looking at. Definitely not enough to KO Pecharunt, but they still have their whole turn. Oh, they conceded. Cool. So that was a free win. But let's go ahead and jump into another match, shall we? Is United Wings making a comeback? That'd be nuts if it is. Come on. All bars. Fill up. We get it. We get it. Alright, let's go. Whoa, they've got 0 points? Why am I facing this person? They're in like the lowest tier. Alright. Let's go. Heads. Did they pick heads or tails? I forget. They picked heads, so they're going to get to decide who goes first. Most likely it's going to be themselves, because who wouldn't choose that? Yeah, and then we just see our opening hand. Yep, they're going first. That's a good move. That's a good move. Let's see. We got Pecharunt again. And that's it. We got 2 Pecharunts, technically. But that one's not going to help us. Ooh, they mulliganed. Only once, it seems. Xatu. Something with the Xatu line. I wonder if it's the Mewtwo deck, right? And the Mewtwo EX Terrad into Lightning. Yes, I'll take my 1 card. Arven. Arven's not bad. Yep, there's the Mewtwo. That's going to be a little rough for us. Palafin is weak to Lightning, being a water Pokemon. Right there. So, this Mewtwo actually has the advantage against us, which is, yikes. We do play Buddy-Buddy, right? I know we play Nest, but we play Buddy-Buddy, right? So maybe Arven would be the better bet. I could, go and grab a, oh my gosh, what is the basic called? Finizen, that's right, Finizen. Yeah, I don't want to give them a bigger hand either. So Buddy-Buddy TM Evo? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Let's Buddy-Buddy. We'll grab Finizen. Weavile's prized. Oh no. We'll just grab double Finizen, I guess. TM Evo. Luminous Energy. Evolution. 1, 2. There's a Palafin. There's a Bibarel. Alright. And it's their turn. I'm not really sure how else I could have gone about this, but the good news is that Palafin EX does knock out a Mewtwo in 1 shot, which is phenomenal. So I'm pretty jazzed about that right now. Okay. Iono's coming down. That's fine. That's fine. I need an energy anyways. I got an energy. Cool. We also got a Nest Ball, so we can get something figured out there. I could Ultra Ball for a Palafin to get a second Palafin out. I don't think I will, though. I don't know. That is a good move, actually. That is a good move. Let's see. Oh, they didn't even knock out the Pecharunt. Alright. Canceling Cologne. Don't really need that currently. I do need to get this into the active, then out of the active, and then back into the active. And we only play 1 switch. Remember that. So, what can I do? If we Arven, I grab my 1 switch. I'm gonna grab my Defiance Band. See, I don't know. I'm just not sure about that. Nest Ball. We'll grab Fez. So I can retreat here. Put Palafin up. Subjugating Chain to put Fez up. Palafin's ability triggers. Yes. I grab a Palafin EX. It comes down onto the field. That Palafin goes away. I've got Switch. Here we go. Here we go. This is how you do it. A energy. Let's see. I could Ultra Ball for another Palafin. I'm going to say no for now. Because we can activate Zero to Hero on the turn the Palafin comes out, right? So we're just going to wait. We do have the barrel to help us with draw, but I just didn't want to push too hard too fast, you know? There's a Sneasel. All right, we needed that. And we got Irida, which is going to search for our Palafin that we need. And an item card. I wonder what item that's going to be. Another Xatu comes down. Xatu only attaches to the bench, right? Yes, only to the bench. So they could get a third energy. They could get 4 and 5 also out for Photokinesis to do, what is that? 150, 160 doubled for weakness would be 320 damage. I think if I did my math right. Oh man, they didn't even have what they needed either. That's awesome for us. Let's see. We can go ahead, play down the Sneasel. We're gonna play Irida. That's gonna grab me a Palafin. Earthen Vessel? Is that what I wanted? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm gonna grab it anyways, you know? Alright, we're gonna play down this Palafin, right? We are gonna retreat, put that in. This only puts up fighting type, or darkness types. Oh, that needs 2 energy to retreat. So if I attach this here, then I use this to move this Palafin back. I don't have a way to yet again move a Pokemon into the active. We're gonna go Earthen Vessel, discarding Defiance Band. Doesn't really seem like that's the amount of damage is gonna really change anything for us. So we're gonna play this down, and oh man, I could put this here, subjugating chains. See, I was trying to go it too complicated. I was trying to get my second Palafin EX out. I don't need to. I just need to move the Palafin EX to the bench, bring it back out so I can get Impact again. I was going about too complicated wise. So thank you everyone that was screaming at your screen telling me what to do. We are 1 KO away from winning this, so that's pretty sweet. And they just give us the knockout here. I would have put up Manaphy, I think, and then I would have had the Xatus open to attach and draw cards with. And then if I need to, eventually I can attach the Manaphy, retreat, bring up Palafin. Maybe I get 2 energy on this Mewtwo. You know, if I do another 140, that's 280, and I still don't get the KO. So, yeah. And then here we've got such an easy job. We just chains, move up the Sneasel, retreat the Sneasel. This was nothing against my opponent here. I'm sure they are trying their best with what they got, but this was a fairly easy win for Palafin EX. Just 3 Mewtwo EX knockouts in a row. They hit us for weakness, and yet the Dark Knight rises. So, thank you so much to Jeremy for submitting this deck. This is a fun deck. If you want to play this deck yourself, you can check out the description where I put the whole deck list. You can also check out the Discord where people might have ideas for you to upgrade your deck as well. So thank you, Jeremy, for submitting this deck. This was a lot of fun. I hope you have fun with this deck too. And check out my Twitch because I'm probably live because, yeah, I've got a lot of free time this week and next week. So, yeah. And, of course, oh, where's the button? There it is. And, of course, until next time, keep playing Jank.